You ever stop and wonder what a toddler actually plays with? I'm not talking about what's on the commercials, but what really grabs their attention day in and day out, especially when you're all stuck inside. Well, today we're peeking into one family's real-life playbook for getting through those long indoor months with a 2.5-year-old. Let's dive right in.
This is the million-dollar question, right? When the weather has you cooped up, just keeping a toddler happy and busy can feel like an Olympic sport. And as we're about to see, the stuff that actually works, well, it's often got nothing to do with the newest or fanciest toys on the shelf.
Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the MVP, the most valuable plaything in the house. We're talking about the one toy that gets picked up first, every single day, no matter what.
And that is not an exaggeration. The family literally says every day he is playing with those. This isn't some toy that gets a little attention now and then. Nope, this is the absolute foundation of his daily playtime.
And the undisputed champion is magnetiles. You know, those magnetic building tiles? For this little guy, they are the #1 go-to first thing he grabs in the morning toy.
So what's the magic here? What makes them so, magnetic? It's all about the cycle. This toddler will spend ages building some amazing tower, and then, the best part, he gets to smash it down. And then he just starts all over again. That simple loop is just perfect for him to play by himself, but it's also super easy for mom or dad to jump in and build something together. It's a toy that's literally never finished.
All right, so if magnetiles are the clear #1, what could possibly be #2? Well, you might be surprised to find out it's not even in the toy box. In fact, we're about to go to a totally different room in the house.
So, seriously, what could compete with the awesome power of magnetiles? What else gets this much playtime every single day?
It's the pantry. No joke. The second most used plaything in this entire house is just the collection of regular, everyday stuff you find in the kitchen. It's such a great reminder that a toddler's imagination couldn't care less about a price tag.
So what does playing in the kitchen even look like? Well, for starters, he's got his own cabinet filled with his own plates and bowls. And from there, he's got total access to the canned goods in the pantry, which, become amazing building blocks, and spoons, which are, of course, the world's best drumsticks. And the stuff he comes up with is just fascinating. From his point of view, these cans are perfect for stacking into giant towers or for loading up his little toy car. Now, from a parent's point of view, yeah, okay, it's a mess. But it's a mess that takes, 5 minutes to clean up? The only real danger they've run into? The day he figured out how to pull the pop tabs on top of the cans.
But the kitchen fun doesn't just stop with canned goods.
Oh, no. This family takes it one step further, and they actually turn daily chores into some pretty incredible playtime. The whole strategy here is just to turn cooking into a team sport. This toddler is right there in the mix. He gets to help pour the ingredients, he stirs the batter, he shakes the seasonings. Yeah, it's messy. Of course it's messy. But it keeps him totally engaged, and he feels like he's genuinely helping out.
Naturally, having toys and, cans of beans all over the living room brings up that one big challenge: clutter. So how does this family stop the toy collection from completely taking over the house?
So their main strategy is a classic for a reason: toy rotation. Every couple of weeks, they just pack up the toys that are currently out and swap them with a whole new batch from storage. It is such an easy trick to make old toys feel brand new again.
But let's be real. Rotation only works if you don't have an endless mountain of toys to begin with. So what about the total number of toys? How do they decide when enough is finally enough?
And their rule is it's so simple, it's brilliant. They've got one specific storage rack downstairs just for toys, and the rule is, once that rack is totally full, it's time to donate something. No new toys can come in unless there's an empty spot.
That's it. They call it the one rack rule. It's just a simple physical limit that makes it impossible for the toy collection to get out of control. Genius. But, and this is important, there are a few key exceptions to that rotation rule. Some things are just too important, too essential to ever get packed away.
These are the all-stars, the permanent residents of the playroom. The magnetiles, of course, classic blocks, the kitchen stuff we talked about, and, naturally, books. These are the open-ended basics that really form the heart of everyday play.
When you look at the big picture, you realize the best toys aren't always toys at all, are they? They're just simple, open-ended tools for creativity that can be woven right into the normal rhythm of family life.
And that brings us to a final question for you. We've just heard how canned goods became a star player in this playroom. So what about in your house? What's the unexpected, everyday item that has become a surprise hit with your kid? It's a really fun thing to think about. Thanks for tuning in.